Previously, we talked about the 1200 and we had the brake sticking issue. However, you don't need brakes, really. You only slow you up, to be honest. Stop you. So, what we're going to do is, I'm in the shed here with the 1200, is I'm going to block off the front two brakes. I haven't fixed this yet, by the way. Going to block off the front two brakes. Well, Dad's going to block them off. He has a plan here. And we'll still have the back two brakes, and I'm going to get the tractor out and get it a job. So that's the plan for today. Now, he's left me with some tools, 2 spanners, and he's devised this mechanism to block this off. And what he's done is a typical Dad invention. He's got a copper, let me see that there, little copper washer. No, a little copper nail. He's buffed the head off it, and then he's set it in, and he wants me to stick this in. So anyway, I think I know what he wants. I'm going to try and get it done to his specification, but the plan is to get the big girl out and get her a job today. So that's the video. Exciting times for me. I hope it works. Hope we get it going. So let's get stuck into it. Let's see how we get on, and hopefully this doesn't end in tears. Yeah, but on our slopes here, you kind of do need brakes, you know, but you can, I've been on these slopes before with the brakes have been dodgy. Well, most 1 Series tractors have dodgy brakes, to be quite honest. Well, the dry ones do anyway. And yeah, I've had some hairy moments here in my life in this farm, because we have quite steep fields here, and you can kind of, maybe you can't see, maybe see. We'll point the phone in the right direction. Yeah, see up behind me here. It slopes right the way up to the Antrim Plateau up there, and it's kind of level across the top there. But yeah, most farms here are on the side of the mountain, and yeah, they would make good ski slopes if we had the snow. Though we don't get any snow here really, just rain. Anyway, it's a glorious day. I'm rambling on. Let's go get the 1200 fixed, and we can sightsee later. So let's get stuck into it. Okay, this is what I was trying to show you earlier. So he's got this little copper nail, and he's buffed the kind of head off it. I think what he wants me to do is put that nail inside the pipe and then screw that up tight, and that should seal the pipe. The front pipe, that is, not the back pipe, because I'll need the back brakes. That's the plan. So we'll get in below here and see just how this works. Right, I hope I can film this and do this at the same time, but I think that's probably tight enough. One more for good luck. No, that's tight enough. Right. I don't think that'll leak. Famous last words. Okay. That blocked off, which means there's no brakes in the front. Well, there's no brakes in the front because there's no caliper. And then it goes from there over to the other side, so I don't have to worry about that side. I just need to go up now and connect the main one, and the other brake thing is over there. I'm pointing, you can't see it, but yeah. Hope this works. If not, well, I might be going down the hill faster than I hoped. Right, so this is the main, what do you call that? Supply from the master cylinder, brake master cylinder, to the brakes, and this goes in, and then I think it splits off to the front and heads off to the back. We've blocked off the front, so we still should have brakes in the back when I join this up, I hope. So let's try. over tightening that. Right, that is that connected up. And what we do now, I think what I'll do is I'll get the tractors out of the way and then we'll gear up to get the 1200 out. That's the plan. The 1200 is out of the shed. It must be summertime, I don't know. Anyway, we're out with 2 brakes, well, I'm running 1.5, and no handbrake. That's not dodgy in the slopes. Reverse. So we're going to go up and get the roller here. At least that brake works. There we go. And the moral of the story, when you're driving a multi-power tractor, put it in high. Otherwise you could end up in the tide. There we go, the 1200 is out of the shed and on the roller. Now, as I said, it's only got 2 brakes, but we don't need brakes. Be alright. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, it's on high multi-power. This field isn't so steep. Actually, you could run off down this field, but it's not. It's probably the most gentle gradient field we have here. The rest of them, as I said to you before, about like ski slopes. But yeah, Dad's rolling away there. Don't think he's a big 1200 fan. I don't think we'll get him converted from the 390T to the 1200. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Turn away there. And he's doing a good job. Do you think Dad's drawbar pin's strong enough? Strongest one I could find. Anyway, done now. Good job. Right, I'm back in the cockpit of the 1200, and as I think I said out there when Dad was driving, I don't think we'll get him converted. Yeah, D90T will be his favourite tractor, I think, and not a big 1200 fan. Anyway, what we're thinking is, the middle of the field here is quite dry. I mean, it's been a very dry March. There's been a few wet days there, but it's still a bit soft on the field. But I think what we're going to do is give the 1200 a bit of a job. We'll roll around the middle of the field, and then the outside 3 or 4 meters from the hedge, if you like, we'll do that with the D90T, I think, because it has the ball tires. He's worried about it. These big tires just cutting into the ground, and I mean, it's doing a grand job. You know, there's not many 1200 jobs you can do, and rolling is one of them. So, well, for us anyway, we'll keep going with the 1200. See how we get on. This is a rather high horsepower tractor for such a
dopey little task of rolling, but hey look, gets it out, gets to the job. So there's a few wee jobs there we had to do this morning to get the 1200 kind of going. This tractor hasn't been going since September. Came back from Longford and ended up in the mechanics, and it came back here and it never turned a wing really. In and out the shed maybe twice, that was it. So this is first run out for 2025, let's call it that. But there was a few little things, the throttle was sticking on it, which I've maybe mentioned that before as well. And yeah, the seal come off the door as well, which I had to, I'm not going to stick that on today, I'll get that another day. But, yeah, a few little foodery things, simple little things, but just annoying. Them ruts are a bit, might go back round them again. I mean, it's doing a good job. It's tractor's heavy enough to kind of push in the old ruts and let the roller do the rest. Now I know some people don't agree with rolling fields, they say it's a waste of time and you're causing compaction and all that stuff. Well, that might be true, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is rolling fields a good idea or is it a bad idea? I know for us it does keep stones. We have a lot of stones here and it does keep stones out of the machine. You know, we have so many stones here that we build walls with them. So when you're rolling the fields, these stones do pop up, especially when you have frosty weather beforehand. The frost brings them up, and rolling them just pushes those stones down in, and you don't clip them with a mower. And I can tell you, we've had a very expensive stone episode with the mower. So yeah, I don't know, but rolling the fields for us, it assures us that we've, first of all, we picked up all the stones because you can see them now because the grass is short and sheep have been eating it, so yeah, so that works. And secondly, you're just rolling the field and it just puts it in for you. So I sometimes mistake the multi-power for the brake sticking. Anyway, keep going. So engine temperature and pressures are all good here. It's all looking good. Just warming up. But my what do you call it? RPM, not RPM, what do you call that? Tachograph thing has stopped working. And I got a special adapter off Dave, so, and that's all wired up on that side, so it's working, so it's actually, this is a fault, so I might have to take this out, send it over to him and get that refurbed. Yeah, it's completely stopped working now. It was kind of half working, now it's just stopped, so, yeah. I don't know how fast I'm going. Fast, I can tell you that. Right, bit of a cockpit view of the 1200 here. Don't know if you can see there, but that's what I'm talking about. The speedo's not working, or RPM. These are wee things that happen just when it sits in, and you've got to be using it. If it's not, it's just good to get it out today and get it running and get a job of some sort. A 1200 on this farm is pretty useless, to be quite honest. But, you know, what are we going to do with it really? It's a tillage tractor. Park some sheep around in it. Oh, look at that, weird. The one thing about having no handbrake is that you have to park kind of across the field. That's not really across the field, so hopefully that doesn't go anywhere. Just showing you this here a little bit. So I'll turn the camera around actually. Hard to see, but this is a little drain. There it goes
along there. If you can see that, it's a little bit of a ridge that we put in a way back, probably tail end of last year. Now this ground it's still wet in this field, not wet, but it's soft. You can see there this drain here, this bit here, but that's really worked, has really dried up the field. Probably a couple of these stones, we might just bring the digger up and there, and kind of give that a little scrape and then re-roll that again. I think that's what we'll do here rather than just try and roll that in, because there's a little bit of a ridge there and that will just catch some more just there. So hard to kind of see there, but with the sun. But yeah, so that's that walls to build there as well. So yeah, a few wee tidy up jobs, but Drain did a good job. 1200 is doing a good job. You can see the way it's kind of marking the field there, but Dad's not happy with this. He'd rather have the 390T doing it, because then the tracks don't cut into the field. But the field is soft, but the good old 1200's traveling quite well there, so roller's doing a good job. It's not clogging up or anything. So yeah, so we'll keep going. We'll stay out of in there, not bother with that. See maybe that little bit of a ridge there now, just round pointing there. So we'll stay out of that. I don't think we need to do any more about that. We'll just leave that and just keep rolling and fill that in with the digger. So we'll keep at it.
Getting on alright here now. Getting used to it again. I mean, this back in 1970, this would have been some machine for sure. Like nowadays, compared to the 6290, it's noisy in here. It's not too bad when it's working in the field. It's when it's in the road it's noisy, but these weren't really built for the road. They were built for the fields, big fields. This is the biggest field we have. Yeah, it's alright. It's fine. It's alright. Gives her a run around. Gives a big girl a job, that's what we're really looking for. I'll go around this way. There's a wee bit of play in the steering on this, which I knew from the Longford weekend, because when I was going down the road it was kind of swaying, and a few people have said to me they could see it kind of doing that, and there is a little bit of play, so we'll fix that. Obviously not going to do that today, but that's on my list of things. It's just getting the time. It's like everything, getting the time to do these jobs. I have to say that one improvement that I made over the original was to put in this soft seat or spring seat, no spring seat, on our original 1200, and it is comfortable. It is comfortable. In fact, I'd have to go as far to say it's better than some of the air seats. It's in the other tractors. Really comfortable seat. Going up a gear here because this bit of the field isn't too bad actually. I'm down multi-power. I'm in low multi-power. So when we turn, we're heading off down the field at a rate of knots. Hopefully not. It's a wee bit sticky there. I do have to say that the brakes on this tractor are absolutely rubbish. Like, I would not want to be coming down that field with anything more than that roller on. You would be literally have your hand underneath the steering wheel and you would be standing on it to get this tractor to stop. Now they probably need playing again, but I don't know. I mean, they stopped the tractor, so that's all they need to do for me today. But yeah, the brakes in this tractor need some serious sorting out. never going to be doing jobs that's really going to need brakes anyway. Rolling fields, scooting around with a maybe tipping trailer on. Yeah. That's about the height of it. This is one of the steepest fields that we actually cut for silage, and I thought I would try out 1200. Just kind of see, well, I don't know what I'm going to see here, but I've been round it once or twice here, and getting into the far corner, oh man, it is hairy in this thing. It is hairy in this thing. It just feels like it wants to just edge over. I mean, it won't, but oh, I don't know. I don't like it. I would like to be anywhere steeper than that. It's really hard to see in the camera. I might be able to see when I go around the corner here if I put the camera behind me. So I'll do that. I'll put it behind me, and hopefully you'll get an idea of how steep it is. I mean, you've seen me cut it before with the 3075, but in this thing, I don't know. Just what could possibly go wrong, you know, like a tractor with 2 brakes, 2 bad brakes at that. Anyway, I'll go around the corner here, drop a gear, and then I'll move the camera. That's what I'll do. I'll go around the corner. Oh, I'll do it here. Can't find him, grind him. Okay, here we go. So the sun might shade this a bit, but anyway, you'll see when we go around the corner. I hope you can see when we go around the corner. Nah, camera doesn't show it. Anyway, it's bloody steep. This is a bit I hate. Yeah, I don't think the camera does it any justice. The 1200 does not like steep slopes. Note to self, don't take it in the steep slopes. Well, it's working away there the best, but yeah, it's just it doesn't like that. Yeah, this thing wasn't built for this, you know, it wasn't built for farming on the side of a mountain. It was built for big open fields and hundreds of acres of grubbing and ploughing and all that type of stuff. Not like ploughing a 3-acre field, or rolling a 3-acre field, I should say. Not ploughing. Right, turn away here in the 1200. Great crack driving this old bus as long as it keeps going. And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll get the drone up and we'll get a bit of droning done. See the drone.
The day I die. Hey, swing those hips around, can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down
I said about this tractor because I know I said that it was a horrible tractor to drive, and it is on the road, right? But in the field, when you're up here, it's really nice. I mean, it doesn't have them all tones. It doesn't. I don't think the AC works on it here. I've got the natural ventilation going with the windows open, but it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I just tried so I just threw the drone up there. Well, I didn't do it up. My brother put the drone up just to kind of show you how steep it is on this field. You've seen this field before if you've watched the channel. But I was coming down there, I thought I would put my foot in the clutch and try the brakes. That was a bad idea. I'm glad I didn't put it on camera because you would have saw the hole in my face. Yeah, not do that again. Because there's no weight in the back of her, just that roller, these non-existent. So the front brakes would be the critical brakes in the tractor, and those are the two brakes I don't have. So yeah, I'll be doing that again. Anyway, keep her going. Brakes only slow you up. If you've seen the drone, you might be saying to yourself, what sort of idiots are, rolling a field with such grass in it? The grass kind of got ahead of us a little bit, but we have to roll this field because I might have said it before, but if you haven't maybe seen last year's video, but there's a stone wall up along the back there in the steep bit, and every year when the wind shakes the trees, bits of it fall out and they roll down into the field. And yeah, we really hit it with the mower two years ago maybe it was, and it made absolute mash of the mower. So we kind of roll this field just to find the stones in it. They're easy find because when the roller hits them it kind of bumps and you see it, so you go out and lift the stones off. That's why we roll this field.
Right, this is the type of boyo that the roller throws up, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Now you can imagine that hitting the mower, that would just make some mess of it. So get this lifted out of the way, throw it back onto the ditch there, and there's a few more to lift, but that's why we roll these fields, because these big stones appear, and look at the size of it, Anyway, let's get it moved.
Right, that's me done. That's all the fields rolled that I'm going to be rolling on this side of the farm. So I'll put the 1200 back in and that'll be that. But yeah, one thing I've learned today is do not take the 1200 onto the steep slopes, because will it stop? Answer is no, it won't. It just keeps going on by itself. So yeah, I'll drop it here before we go down here. There we go. Yeah, not a great idea taking this tractor onto the steep slopes with bad brakes. Yeah, so it was a will it stop video, and the answer is no, it won't. So there you go. Now you know. Oh, that roller makes a lot of noise. Right, we'll go chuck this roller off down here, and then that'll be that. Okie dokes. 1200 is back in its perch again, and I have to say that was fun. That was fun. I really enjoyed getting the 1200 out there and just getting a rip in it. And got her out and kind of blew the cobwebs out of her a little bit. I mean, it's only rolling the field, but so what we'll do is just get the
not 1200, it's already in. 6290, back in there again, and yeah, that'll be it for today. So, classic 1200 oil leak. Wouldn't be a 1200 if it didn't have an oil leak. Anyway, that's part and parcel of it. That there, by the way, was me. That's not it, but I'm pointing at that bit over there. Where's zoom in again? There you go. Classic 1200 oil leak. Rightio, there you go. That's it for today. The 1200 is back in at the back of the shed. 6265 is in, and the 6290 is in the back corner there. So there you go. That's it. Space for one more, you think? I think so. Anyway, say no more. That's it from me. That's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. From the Red Shed, take care. Bye-bye.